I'm Dr. Gunjan Gupta and I'm here to talk about childhood eczema or atopic dermatitis. Atopic dermatitis or childhood eczema, as it is commonly known, is the commonest form of eczema having an early onset. It affects 5 to 20% of the children in varying degrees of severity, ranging from a child having dry, sensitive skin to a child having several patches of dry, red, itchy skin on multiple areas of the body. In such children, it is generally a chronic relapsing condition which tends to flare up with every season change. The skin of such children has a defective barrier function, making it more leaky to environmental allergens like pollen, animal dander, dust mites, etc. And also, there is increased tendency for water loss through the skin, making it dry and sensitive. And that is why these children tend to develop eczematous patches. How to recognize childhood eczema? The sites of involvement vary according to age. In the very young, from 2 months to 2 years of age, it is generally the face and the scalp which is involved. You see dry red patches on the cheeks, scalp, around the lips, etc. As the child grows older and starts crawling, you will see it in front of the elbows, the front of the legs, etc. The diaper area is generally spared because of constant moisture. In the older children, the sites of involvement are different. It's generally the body folds which are affected. The front of the elbows, the back of the knees, neck, ankle, wrist, etc. In more severe cases, wider areas of the body might be involved. Also, almost in 70% of the cases, there is history of the children themselves or their family members suffering from other allergic conditions like allergic rhinitis, asthma, or eczemas them also. In more severe cases, there might be history of food allergy also. For example, eggs, nuts, cow's milk, etc. So though it's a non-contagious condition, it tends to be very distressing because the constant scratching in this condition, because this condition is very itchy. So constant scratching affects the daily activities, the sleep pattern, and the quality of life in general. So it's very distressing for the patient themselves as well as the parents. So how do you take care of these children? Make them more comfortable, reduce the number of flare-ups in the year, and hence reduce the visits to the doctor. That is what I'll be discussing today. These children, first and foremost, should follow a skincare regime throughout the year, even in absence of active eczematous lesions. And the most important step of this skincare regime is moisturizing. Moisturizers are the mainstay of treatment, prevention, and maintenance of this condition. Moisturizers need to be applied all the year round, 2 to 3 times in a day, especially after bathing in the morning and at bedtime. These children need to shower or bathe regularly, though for not very long. The bath should not last for more than 5 to 7 minutes. In winters, this can be preceded by oiling. Coconut oil or olive oil are the safest to use. Do not add any other ingredients to these oils. In case the child is school going and has no time in the morning, you can always use a bath emollient or bath oil instead. In that case, you just need to add 1 capful in the last mug of water and pour it over the child's body and pat it dry. During bathing, use mild glycerin soaps, or you have non-perfumed Sindet bars. In more severe cases, liquid non-cleansing cleansing agents are available, which your dermatologist will help you select one. Never scrub the skin. Never use abrasive agents like Basin, because the eczema is not because of lack of hygiene. Be gentle with the skin, and after the bathing, pat dry the skin with a soft cotton towel. Never rub the skin dry. The moisturizer needs to be applied within 3 minutes of bathing to seal in the moisture. Thick occlusive moisturizers are preferred, fragrance-free and paraben-free. Generally, they contain white soft paraffin. For example, Moisturex Soft, Oilatum, Zerina Soft, etc. In case you visit a dermatologist, you will be given newer moisturizers containing ceramides, oatmeal complex, etc., which tend to repair the skin barrier function. For example, Venusia Max, Aquasoft Max, Cutimax O, etc. In case you don't wish to use expensive moisturizers, any bland preparation like petroleum jelly will also do. Apply the moisturizer liberally all over the body. After moisturizing, the child should wear comfortable cotton clothing. Never use synthetics. Even in winters, make sure there is full sleeves cotton underneath the woolens. Direct contact with woolens is to be avoided as that tends to irritate the skin. Also, dress the child in layers in winters because overheating is also a problem that makes the child uncomfortable. When the child is dressed in layers, you can always remove the clothing as per requirement. When the child is older and goes out to play, make sure the hands and feet are covered with cotton clothing to avoid direct contact with grass, dust, etc. And even then, when the child comes back from play, remove the clothing, wash the hands and feet and reapply the moisturizer. The nails should always be trimmed short. The smaller children especially should not be wearing any metallic trinkets like anklets or bangles or lockets, etc., as these children tend to have metal allergies. The soft toys of such children should be washed regularly in gentle cleanser, gentle detergent. The clothes should also be washed in a gentle detergent. Never use fabric softeners or Dettol while washing. Use soft cotton bed linen. Change it regularly. Avoid heavy carpeting or furnishing in the child's room. Even then, regular vacuuming, wet mopping and wet dusting is advisable. Always keep the child in a cool, comfortable environment. Extremes of temperature make the children uncomfortable and itchy, be it dry hot air or dry cool air. So in summers, avoid excessive use of ACs, and in winters, in case you're using room heaters, think of using humidifiers. Try and identify any aggravating factors like food allergies, etc. Never use perfume products for the children. And so these are the general measures which will go a long way in reducing the number of flare-ups and making the children comfortable. In spite of all these measures, in case the child does develop eczematous patches, be prompt in visiting a dermatologist, because delaying it will only lead to further itching and scratching that will affect the daily activities, can lead to further spread of eczema, can lead to secondary infection and oozing from the lesions, and will affect the quality of life of the child. So do not delay the treatment. Once you visit a dermatologist, we'll be giving anti-allergic medicine to control the itching. Whenever the child is feeling very itchy, ask the child to press upon the lesions rather than scratching. Pressing will make the urge to itch pass away, and then you can reapply the moisturizer. The dermatologist will also prescribe steroid creams according to the severity of the lesions. Do not hesitate to use them under supervision for the amount of time specified. It is only when self-medication is done for prolonged periods that it causes problems. In any case, if the child needs ointments for longer periods, they will be replaced by non-steroidal immunomodulating ointments. In more severe cases, oral therapy or phototherapy would be advised. So, atopic dermatitis or childhood eczema, though a chronic condition, a lot of children outgrow it by the time they grow up. Till then, they need a lot of care, and under the care and guidance of the parents and the dermatologist, it can be effectively managed. Thank you.